Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for Robert Covington.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has shown over the years that he remains one of the most versatile stars in the league. He said, "I pride myself on being effective on both ends. I try to do it all, play the right way, and just get lost in the game. I'll do everything I can to win." And guys, there's still not much he can't do with his combination of size and athleticism.
David, he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows it. Thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The guard spots filled by Jackson and George. The post pairing, Batum and Zubats. And for Minnesota, Russell is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Edwards. And it's Vanderbilt in at the four-man position. And this must be a time of year, Clark, when teams are still working on their chemistry, everybody getting comfortable with their roles.
Well, hopefully that's been established by now, Kevin. And even this early, you'd like that to be kind of anchored in. There's not a lot of time for the feeling out process in the NBA. Once the game starts for real, they come pretty fast and furious.
Jackson looking it over, and there's the drive. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Here's Towns. And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And when Towns is on the floor, the attitude of this team, Clark, completely changes. They play with so much more confidence.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more, Kevin. He's a floor raiser. In other words, he makes everybody else play a little better and lifts up their confidence, and he does it while also putting up monster numbers of his own.
And the first one at the line is good.
After being selected first overall in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns averaged a double-double in his first year. He was the unanimous Rookie of the Year that season, and just the fifth such Rookie of the Year in league history.
No good on the second free throw. Here's Los Angeles now. Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Towns. And so Beverley will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meeting. You can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
The Timberwolves shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Hartenstein's checked in.
Shooting one.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Beverley against Jackson. Right side, George. Jackson against Beverley. It's stolen by Edwards. Pass to Beverley. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Six on the shot clock. Three-pointer. The shot that time not on target. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George looking around. Here's Hartenstein. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
They get it back. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Jackson, and it's blocked.
How impressive was that? The little fella, Beverly, extending out for the block. Showed us some nice timing for a guy that's not much taller than 6'2".
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Towns, a screen on George. Russell, and the slam dunk by Russell.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
George, no good. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. To the middle. And it's blocked.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum's really an asset in blocking shots.
Clippers trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
George against Russell. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Boy, a nice show of strength that time from Paul George, absorbing the hit and still carving out space to get the shot to go
Find
down.
the lane.
And this
Find the
is
lane.
his first trip to the line
One
tonight.
shot.
Throw good, Paul George.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
And that one's good. Beverly.
And, you know, Beverly has great speed. Snake-like in how he slips through the defense on the drive.
Beverly against Jackson. And George now top of the key. The pass to Hartenstein. Clock at 4. Fires from the wing. Rebound, Minnesota. And with Paul George in his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
Beverly, the pass to Towns, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And a good call. Towns, one of the best in the league with the catch and flush.
And George, here we go, uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 5 now.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Towns, a screen on Jackson. Here's Beverly. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
On the wing, George. No good on that one. Nice D from Russell. Timberwolves leading by 5. Stolen away. On the wing, George. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Here's Jackson. Inside. And there's George. That's good on the assist from Jackson. And that's now 7 points for George. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Pass to Towns. Here's Vanderbilt. Pass to Russell. Wants to get it to Edwards and does. Clock at 2. Beverly for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Pass to George. Going inside.
Boy, George can really change pace quickly. He's excellent at drawing physical contact.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted
2 shots.
At the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
That free throw good from George.
Bursting onto the scene during the 2013 Eastern Conference Finals, Paul George went head-to-head with LeBron in an epic 7-game series. PG didn't get the finals, but he did gain the respect of the basketball world.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Russell. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Fader on the way, and it comes off the front of the rim.
The fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Beverly the pass to Prince. Towns kicks to Prince. Here's Vanderbilt. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Here's Edwards. Another miss by Minnesota. The Clippers in the lead. And there's the pass to George. Back to Jackson. Into the lane, to the inside. Outside, George for the 3. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Prince with a screen on Jackson. And Beverly kicks to Prince. Here's Edwards. And the 3 off target.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
A nice shot by George.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Edwards. Here's Towns. That's tipped. From deep. It's hauled in by Edwards. Timberwolves trail by 3. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Edwards with another miss.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
George against Edwards. Towns with the defensive effort.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Vanderbilt the pass to Beverly. Outside Edwards. To end the cold streak. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but it sure looked good there.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Malik Beasley comes in for Vanderbilt. Noel, he's checked in for Edwards. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Moon passes to Powell. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And here's Reid. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. Couple blocks in that game as well.
On defense, the Clippers. Timberwolves passing it around. Prince wide open. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Mann, covered by Beasley. Mann passes to Powell. 6 to shoot. There's a screen with the drive. Reid with the block. Here's Noel. He had 15 points last outing. Passes it to Reid. Shoots over Powell. Reid misses.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Here's Mann, guarded by Reid, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them.
And the first one drops. And so he makes both from the line. And the Timberwolves with possession here, trailing by 4. McLaughlin, the pass to Prince. Let's go. That shot missing, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. There's the drive. Mann can't hit. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Bulls. There's a good screen. Beasley, the pass to Reid. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. There's 1:26 left in the first quarter of the game. Prince kicks to Beasley. Shot clock at 5. Driving in. Lays it up off the glass.
Boy, I tell you what, Beasley can really move. I mean, his drives are explosive and sudden. The defense has no way to stop him.
And although he's a little undersized as a shooting guard, Beasley is still a great rebounder.
Yeah, and can regularly hit double-digit totals in that area. Very quick to the ball. Always nice to have a great rebounding guard.
Spins. McLaughlin, the pass to Reid. Beasley against Powell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Norman Powell.
You know, as young as Malik Beasley is, it's really been impressive to see how quickly he's adapted to the pro game. For some guys, it's a struggle, but I think he found his footing fairly easy.
And he makes the first. And it's tied up with that one. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the first. Mann passes to Hartenstein. He takes it in. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Hartenstein's got 6.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Here's McLaughlin. He's covered by Moon. Down low. Here's Reed. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Taurean Prince. He's out there with Towns. Anthony Edwards out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Mann. He's coming off a 10-point game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort. And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost.
Here's Edwards. Rebound by the Clippers. From outside the arc. The rebound by Prince.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Edwards can't hit. The Clippers in the lead. Jackson finds Batum. That one falls.
Nice job at keeping his balance despite getting hit. Batum solid at staying in control of his shot.
Russell passes to Towns, and that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Paul George is checked in for the Clippers. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. To the left wing. Here's Russell. Excellent D there from George.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. Beverly dishes to Edwards. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers leading by 6. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Vanderbilt's checked in for Taurean Prince. And it's the Clippers' ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. It's George on the wing. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game. And we all know that star players get a few more perks, but Greg, that can also stir up misgivings in a locker room when things aren't always equal.
Kevin, it's a great point, and coaches really have to be careful. If you're holding one player accountable and giving another a pass, that tends to lead to a fractured locker room.
While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. The Clippers, number 1.
You know, they went through stretches when they just didn't miss from beyond the arc. I mean, that carried them right to the top of that list.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Russell. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
George double-teamed, kicks to Jackson. There's the triple. And Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's Edwards on the wing. From 11 feet away, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Batum for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Edwards with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. And it's blocked.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Here's George. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
And George able to adjust his shot there. A tough one to block when he does that.
And the Timberwolves call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated. Now a chance to see the numbers for George. Coming off a terrific season, he averaged about 23 points per, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. The real story, though, is how big of an impact he makes on the defensive end.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a lockdown guy for him, both on the ball and when helping out.
Here's Towns. 8 points for him. Russell passes to Towns, and George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Greg, you were a hard-nosed defender. Would you be frustrated by what they're calling a foul today?
You know, I would based on how I played, but if you grew up in this era, this is just the way the game is, and you have to adapt and adjust, and that's what you're seeing with the players. Guys can defend it every bit as good as they ever have. In fact, I would argue they're better defensively today because they're not allowed to grab and hold. So the league is focused on offense. The fans seem to love it. But at the end of the day, you still got to get after it defensively.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to Towns. He's off on that one, so Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Towns down low. Zubac's defending. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Karl-Anthony Towns. Russell against George. The shot missing. Great D that time from Edwards. Russell with it. Pass to Vanderbilt. There's the dish to Beverly. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Towns sets the pick for Russell. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. George double teamed. Jackson kicks to George. Now the pass to Zubac. Clock at 6. Batum passes to Zubac. And it's Russell with the rebound. Basket counts. Zubac has got his first bucket in this one.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's Edwards. Offensive rebound. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Karl-Anthony Towns.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And it's George missing.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Russell looking it over. Over in the corner, Edwards. Goes up on the wing. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Chalk up 2 there. Edwards got 5 points now in the quarter.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
George double teamed. Passes it to Jackson. On the wing, Batum. Zubac, a screen on Beverly. Batum. Minnesota with the rebound. Now here's Beverly. Batum with the steal. An even 3-on-3 break. Jackson against Beverly. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Fades and shoots. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Here's Edwards. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
And Anthony Edwards, the top pick of 2020, not the most polished player early on, but his ceiling is through the roof.
Beverly with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Towns sets the pick for Russell. Lets the three fly. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Russell. Russell's got his third assist on the night. Clippers leading by 8. So many top picks come in ready to play, Greg. Edwards a part of a class that needed more time, though.
Yeah, the talent is clearly there. And don't forget the pandemic cutting the college careers of many of the 2020 draftees short. Edwards, though, has all the tools to be an incredible wing player. And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. So, for the Clippers, with this chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot-blocking defenses from last season. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
You got a number of guys that can deny you when you take that ball inside. That's why they're one of the best shot-blocking teams in the league, at least they were last year, because they worked well together and they made it a priority.
Pass to Noel. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Prince with a screen on Powell. 4 on the shot clock. Noel passes to Prince. Shoots over Covington. Prince misses. Clippers leading by 10. Feeds it to Hood. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
To the left side wing. Hood against Beasley. Over Hood. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Los Angeles has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Covington setting the pick for Powell. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Timberwolves trail by 12. For 3, Beasley. Rebounded by Covington. 1:31 left to play here in the second quarter. Kicks it to Hood. They set the pick. And the layup is good. Hood's got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Beasley against Hood. Prince with a screen on Hood. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Tough miss, especially since the defense wasn't that strong. I mean, he needs to cash in from there.
Man passes to Hartenstein. Hood drives in, poked away. Beasley with the steal. 32 seconds left in the first half. Here's McLaughlin. Got a hand on it. Now Powell. Here he goes. Ball's knocked loose. Beasley against Hood. Beasley dishes to Prince. Here's McLaughlin. Wants to get it to Reed and does. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Tough miss, especially since the defense wasn't that strong. I mean, he needs to cash in from there.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Carl. Impressive start for you. What's the mentality going into a game like this?
Just being aggressive. Really played well at all the first half myself. All of us are missing a lot of easy bunnies. We're missing layups for us as pros. So second half, if we make those layups, we should be fine.
And see if you stick to the script. Thanks very much, man. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out. All right, fellas, let's check in on our first half of action and the dominating performance for the Clippers.
Man, this was a brawl inside. Shaq, I know you like this. But then guys were sacrificing their bodies, making plays through contests, just wearing the hard hat. That's how this game's gotten out of hand so far.
And we hope you've enjoyed the absolutely stirring intellects of Shaq and Kenny. Now it's time for the second half.
Was that sarcasm, Ernie?
It was, Shaq. Get him.
Easy, big fella, easy.
I don't even know what stirring means.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. So for the Clippers right now, the post pairing, Batum and Zubac. The guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Towns, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Towns drops them both.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
On the wing, George. George double teamed. Jackson kicks to George. Zubac with the screen for George. He feeds it to Batum. And the dunk by Batum.
George's all-around game is very impressive, and his passing has really grown. He's able to whip passes over to open teammates right on time and on target now.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
George double teamed. There's Jackson with the three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. To the paint, and Towns throws it down.
Showing us a little bit of everything tonight. Karl Anthony Towns, extremely versatile, taking over at the offensive end.
Here's George. Zubac trying to break loose. A nice shot by George. George has got 27 points. Jackson against Beverly. Towns a screen on Jackson. Beverly the pass to Towns. Knocked loose. Stolen by Jackson. Batum with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. It's deflected. Towns with the steal. Outside Russell. Tries the spin move. He dishes it to Towns. Timberwolves passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Vanderbilt. And here's Beverly from the arc. They get it again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Good show of power that time by Towns, putting his shot up despite the foul.
The Timberwolves put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
First one falls for him. And Towns drops them both. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Lets it go from 11. The shot, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. Outside Russell. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Beverly finds Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Over in the corner, Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit. George against Beverly. Outside, George. Jackson against Russell. Jackson down low. Nice D from Russell. Timberwolves trail by 10. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Here's Vanderbilt. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Towns a screen on George. The drive by Russell. And the lead is down inside single digits.
You know, maybe he's not the fastest guy on the court, but quickness is more important than pure speed in basketball. Russell's handle and scoring instincts, though, are borderline elite.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Anthony Edwards. This is his first trip to the line tonight. The first free throw is good.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Timberwolves trail by 9. There's Russell with the 3. He can't hit that time. And something this team wants from Russell, his ability, Clark, to close games out on offense.
Yeah, and that's something you grow into, Kevin. I mean, and Russell is starting to develop that part of his game, but to create on his own, he knows how to do that now. It comes down to learning on the job as to when to do that and when not to.
Up top, Russell, defended by Batum, and it's good, 2 points. Russell's got 6 points.
Boy, the body control of Russell. He knows defenders are going to be trying to get physical with him, and he's up for the challenge that time.
Jackson against Beverly. To the inside, George. It's good, the assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 8th assist here tonight.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And the slam dunk by Russell.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Outside for Jackson. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Timberwolves trail by 9. Right side Towns. The tray. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside, Batum. That 3 off the mark. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And here's Beverly. And it's Russell in the corner. Hits the 3-point bomb. Russell's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. When he's getting to his spots, shooting the ball with confidence, excellent turnaround for him.
George double-teamed, dishes it to Jackson. Fires the 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Back to Towns. He kicks it to Beverly. Off target from outside. Clippers leading by 6. And the pass to Jackson. Russell against George. Back to Jackson. And he banks in the layup. Jackson's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
Reed the pass to McLaughlin. Passes to Reed, beyond the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Reed's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Driving inside. And here's Covington from the arc. Rebound, Minnesota.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Here's Noel. And the layup falls. Now it's just a three-point Clipper lead.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Kennard with the ball. Guarded now by Prince. Hartenstein passes to Covington. 5 to shoot. Driving to the basket. Reed with the block. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's McLaughlin. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pulls up on the elbow. No good off the back of the rim.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Mann passes to Hartenstein. They set the pick. Driving the lane. Reed with the block. Here's Noel. Kennard covering. Here's Noel. Pass to Reed for the tie. That one doesn't go. And the Clippers will come the other way. There's a screen by Covington.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Pass to Prince. Out to the right wing. There's the screen. Here's McLaughlin. Hits the front of the rim and out.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here's Kennard. And the layup's good off the glass. Kennard's got his first basket.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Reed kicks to Prince. Gets a very good look and converts.
Yeah, you know, Prince is always doing a nice job working to get open, and that's the reward you get for staying active, keeping yourself moving, an open look on the jump shot there.
Here's Kennard. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. The pass to McLaughlin. Back to Beasley. 1:39 left to play here in the third. Reed misses. Clippers leading by 5. Coffee passes to Mann. There's the pick. It's deflected.
Excellent toughness on the defensive end, and that's what Prince does. And he's got the will to defend at a high level.
Coffee can't get it to go. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And all right, a chance to check out stats for Covington. Last season's performance for him, 15th in steals and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And as we saw last season, a difficult guy to run the offense against. Constantly jumping the passing lanes. Always a threat to create a turnover. First free throw is good.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Hood's checked in for Los Angeles. Norman Powell comes in for Luke Kennard. That one is no good. Los Angeles leading by 4. Hood on the wing. They get a hand on it. Here's McLaughlin. Goodbye, Hood. Noel passes to Prince. 40 seconds left in the third. Clock at 6. Another miss by Minnesota. The Clippers shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. And the dunk by Covington.
You know, in addition to being a fantastic shooter, Covington is also an incredible athlete. Somebody who looks to drop the hammer when he's free near the hoop.
Prince outside, inside, and he lays it straight in.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Powell in the high post. The 15-footer. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've reached the end of the third. Clippers lead by 4. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Anthony Edwards out there with Prince. Then it's Russell. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. The shot's good.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
That's good for George on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Out to the wing. Down low. It's Powell on the wing. He's guarded by Russell. It's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Zubac is checked in for Powell. Jackson against Beverley. Batum a screen on Beverley. Jackson. The shot misses. Prince with the defensive effort.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Prince with a screen on George. Passes it to Prince. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by George. George has got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the middle. Poked loose. And stolen by Russell. Puts up a 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
George double-teamed. Knocks it loose. Clippers moving the ball around. Pass to Jackson. Now the dish to George. 5 on the clock. Now Zubac on the wing. Jackson. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Beverly. Timberwolves trail by 5. Pass to Russell. And it's Paul George with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And here's Prince outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Down low. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Clippers lead by 7. Russell passes to Beverly. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Prince outside. 6 to shoot. Towns sets the pick for Prince. Good on the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
George double teamed. Here's Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George. Zubac has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Towns a screen on George. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Russell.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Outside, George shakes him. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Edwards got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Beverly kicks to Prince. No good on the 3. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. George double teamed. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Batum finds George. Out left to the wing. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Timberwolves trail by 6. Russell high post. Stolen by George. The feed to Jackson. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Clippers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Puts it up from 12. George, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Back to Prince. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
George double teamed. To the paint and stolen by Russell. And he drives in. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
Fires from 14. And there's Paul George on the assist by Jackson. George has got 33. Outside, Towns. And here's Prince outside. The shot comes out, and the Clippers will go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 14 points.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Zubac with the screen for Batum. Vanderbilt's checked in for Minnesota. lets it go with a three. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Here's Russell. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Clippers leading by 6. Dishes it to Jackson. Inside. Outside for Batum. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Towns, a screen on George. There's the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Beverly wide open. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. There's the pass to Zubac. Over Edwards. Again, Los Angeles.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Towns finds Russell. Over George. And it's Russell missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks. 1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 10-point lead. Over Russell. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. George with the bounce pass. Shoots it. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Clippers lead by 12.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Stolen by George. Now the Clippers moving it up. George with the ball. Feeds it to Batum. And he comes up with the deuce. Batum's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
George against Russell. Takes it from 10, and he gets it to go. Russell's got 20.
You know, we've seen a big jump from Russell in terms of his production. Now he's a legitimate scorer who can dominate a game with his offense.
George against Russell. Now here is George. D right on him. It's good. George has got 37.
George, no stranger to dealing with contact and still finishing the shot.
Out to Edwards. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 6 assists in the game.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
George passes to Batum. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Right back at you. Nicholas Batum with the answer. Determined to get those 3 points back as quick as possible.
Here's Russell. The shot off that time. Excellent D there from George. Jackson with it. Passes to George. Amazing how many players we're seeing come into the NBA, Clark, from all over the world right now.
Well, it's truly a global game, Kevin, and give credit to former Commissioner David Stern and certainly Adam Silver and his staff. But the league is a global league. The star players have done a great job of promoting it as a worldwide game as well. Every year you get players from multiple continents, Asia, Africa, Europe, Australia. Basketball is, again, it's a global game, so it makes sense we'll see more players from all over the world in the NBA.
Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Minnesota with the ball. Russell passes to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Jackson passes to George. The 8-footer. And good that time. George has got 39.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Paul, a great team effort defensively. So what were your points of emphasis?
You know, we do a great job of helping one another and being in gaps. And, you know, if we're going to get beat, it's going to have to be, you know, beaten by contested shots and the ball being swung. You know, so that's what we had to do. We had to sit down, guard guys, and, you know, make them play on the offensive end as a team.
Well, y'all were real disruptive tonight, man, and led to the win. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. As we leave you with our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.